Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. We are going to do a live show here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to post this in a few different places so everyone knows we're live, and then we will jump into the markets. How's everyone doing? All right, so the market's going crazy. I mean, let's take a look. So we have XRP up 60% on the week. We have Dogecoin up 480% on the week. Litecoin up 40% on the week. Bitcoin Cash 65%. Chainlink putting in a modest 31%. Vechain is one of the one of the ones to talk about today, up 54% on the week, 38% on the day. I mean, it's certainly alt season. Okay, it's certainly alt season, and we look at this, and it's not really that surprising. I mean, you have a relatively non-volatile Bitcoin. I mean, it's not really doing a whole lot. Again, it went to 64 something, came back down, not in price discovery. Even if it were in price discovery, it's only going up by like 3K or so each time it does the last few times, or the last couple times. So great conditions right now for altcoins to make their move. So Vechain is certainly one that we'll take a look at here. This is one we cover from time to time on the channel. It is, I mean, it's coming in hot at around 24 cents. And, we can look at a lot of the other valuations. So here's Vechain Ether. So it is getting pretty heated. Admittedly, it is getting pretty heated. But just like ADA Ether, we know that it could go past these prior local tops. So ADA Ether did this same thing, and now Vechain against Ether is doing something very similar. So let me show you what I mean. So if we pull up ADA Ether, we'll see a very similar thing. So let's zoom back out here to the daily, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So you look at ADA Ether, and you see the same type of thing where it did this thing where it had these local tops, and then we said if a set of market conditions exist that would allow us to move past it, it would be these, and it did allow us to move past it. And now the ADA Ether valuation is trying to hold support where we used to hold resistance for over the last several years. So yeah, I mean, so Vechain is certainly really hot right now. So that's the Vechain Ether valuation. Link, I mean, it's doing what Link does, right? It's doing what Link does. Relative to some other coins recently, it's slow and steady. Relative to coins during the bear market, it's been doing phenomenally well, up a modest 35,000% over the last few years. So Link, consistent gains. Okay, consistent, and this is what we want to see. It's not just today. It's not just tomorrow. It's not just next week or last week. It's consistent gains, right? This is what you want to see your portfolio. You don't just want to see your portfolio go up on a weekend, right? You want to see it. You want to have it in something where it continuously goes up. And Link, again, is one of those ones that has stood the test of time. It has. Now you look at the Ether Bitcoin valuation. We're still doing exactly what we should be doing. We're at 0.03978. Still some room to grow. Okay. Everything's looking good with Ether. Nothing to complain about here. What's it at currently? We're currently coming in hot at 24.89. So maybe we'll cross our 2,500 milestone again on stream. You can't really expect it to cross such a major milestone without a little bit of help. So we'll go ahead and do that. So that's our line in the sand, 2,500. We've already broken it once. I mean, we broke above it over here. So I mean, I really don't think a $2,500 ether is necessarily anything to get out of bed for. But I mean, there's our line in the sand at least, and I guess we'll go ahead and draw. You know, I know my art skills are pretty amazing. Someone says he always tries to draw a house, but it never looks as good as mine, and I'm like, mine's pretty bad. It's just like a couple boxes, but it has worked out many times, has it not? Yeah, Doge has been ridiculous. I mean, quite honestly, if I've seen a lot of crypto charts, in my day, a lot, and you know, I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, it really is, right? We've done a couple videos on Doge, actually, believe it or not, and the general idea is if you want to play the Doge game, the green band down here is the time to, you know, to pick up a bag, right? If you're gonna play the Doge game, and you know, we get these phases, and this is against Bitcoin, remember, not against USD. So you get these phases, and that's generally when to play the game, and then you just wait, and you might consider that like your first take profits region if you wanted to play the Doge game. And then historically, this has been sort of like that major blow off region, which is what we got back in February or January. And then now you look at it, and you're just like, what the hell? I mean, this is a 3,200% move, 3,200% to the top of the wick. But again, I mean, you know, you look at the Doge chart, and I mean, this is Doge USD. I will say that I do think a lot of people are gonna lose some money on this. I don't know where the top is, but if you're trading it, good luck. Bitcoin dominance down to 52.68, 52.67. Clearly, we're in alt season. We're not down in this area yet, but wouldn't take us long to get down there. So we'll look to see if we make it down there or if we kick the can down the road on that. Again, Link Bitcoin looks fairly good. I mean, looks good right now. But you know, we'll continue to watch. We'll continue to watch some of these coins. If you guys want me to look at some coins, I will. I mean, I'm not really gonna do any crazy analysis. We're just sort of enjoying the night. It's Friday night watch party. This is where the party's at, right? In the cryptoverse. In the cryptoverse. Yeah, so Link is business as usual, right? I mean, nothing too crazy. It's just the same thing it's been doing. You know, it's just shy of its all-time high. But I mean, so are most things, right? So are most things, and many things are putting in new all-time highs. All right, what else? All right. I'm just trying to read the chat. Yeah, Vechain. We already looked at Vechain. Yeah, I mean, it looks relatively bullish, like the entire market. It's up significantly. It is actually giving ADA a run for its money in terms of normalized ROI from March 13th, 2020, which is when we had the capitulation. So again, you know, if you take measured moves, Vechain is certainly giving ADA a run for its money there. And then yeah, like the Vechain Ether valuation is pretty heated. I mean, it's all the way up here, right? It's all the way up here, and it's the same thing as what we said with ADA, right? If there exists a set of conditions that could get us past here, it would be this set, and we're now above it. So we'll see how high we go. If we look at the ADA Ether valuation for maybe some direction, and we go from when ADA crossed its prior milestone, it went up another 81%. We go look at Vechain. Where is Vechain against Ethereum? And I mean, where I drew this line is somewhat arbitrary. I mean, there were some wicks there were some wicks higher. Let's just draw it at the top of the candle here. So we'll actually, for ADA, we're doing daily, so we'll use the daily. We're not going to go to the weekly. So we'll look to see where the top was. I mean, so we went all the way up there, but we'll take it from just the top of this one. So from the top of that one, we're up. Right now we're up 16%. We went up 35%. To go up 80 something percent, or you know, that would still be another fairly significant increase in terms of the USD valuation if it continues to maybe do what ADA did. Yeah, we'll see what's in the cards here for Vechain, because it's certainly getting pretty heated, and we've seen these valuations before. But again, you know, you look at the Doge Bitcoin valuation, and I mean, this is one of the most ridiculous. This is one of the most ridiculous candles I've ever seen. Imagine, I'm not saying that it would, but imagine if this came all the way back down, and then you just had this major wick that we looked at in the future. Okay, so we got a 2492 Ethereum. All right, so what coins do you guys want me to look at? Yeah, Litecoin. So Litecoin again. It's one of the ones I said I do think it'll make it to the prior all-time high. When the market moves, it should move with it. And I mean, I think it's on the path we said it could go on. So, I mean, if you look at Litecoin USD, I believe. I mean, if memory serves me correct. I believe the prior all-time high for Litecoin USD back in 2017 was around 385, I believe. This is Litecoin Bitcoin. I want to look at Litecoin USD. Let's go look at it on Binance, I guess. So if we go all the way out, let's look at the weekly time frame. So Litecoin it is lagging behind most other coins, but it is finally starting to complete its W. So 388 or so was the prior all-time high. I honestly would be shocked if we didn't make it there, and we're currently at 322. Okay, so Litecoin's currently at 322. By the way, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up if you like the content. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, especially if you guys are looking for a $2,500 Ether again. So going back to Litecoin again, I think that it probably will make it back to its all-time high at least. I mean, most coins have gone past their all-time high at this point, which goes to show you the opportunity cost of holding Litecoin in the bear market. But as I said, it should trend up with the entire market. And when when you look at its valuation against Bitcoin, it's just it's the same old thing, right? I mean, we've said that at some point it might have one of these major pumps, where it goes back up to back up to say the top of the line or something. I mean, so from the current valuation, which has already moved up some, it would be another 135% against Bitcoin. That's just one I would say keep an eye on, because it has started to move here, and the entire market feels relatively bullish right now. What other coins? Yeah, I've looked at BAT before. It's actually been a long time since I've looked at BAT. I don't even know what it's doing, but we'll take a look at it. Okay, yeah, so it looks like it's doing relatively well. Honestly, I mean, $1.54. I remember it being at 20 cents forever. So this one's taken off. I mean, it seems like the entire market's taken off at this point. Yeah, sure, we'll go through some of the ones I don't really look at. Theta, I know you guys really like, and maybe I'll start covering on the channel. But Theta, I mean, weekly closes we're at 6 cents. We're looking at $14. So Theta's been definitely one that's been making some significant moves. It's no wonder. If you think about it, if you're new and you really think about it, it's no wonder why bear markets can be so brutal, because when you're in the bull market and you just go up for so long, it's hard for people to imagine what it's like when you don't. And then they can last for a while. But so far, Theta is continuing. I mean, again, it's the same thing as every other coin, right? Momentum is taking it up, and it's hard to break the momentum. At some point, it'll break, but until then, the most likely direction is up. ADA. Yeah, we should talk about it. Well, we already talked about it. We talked about ADA ETH. We'll pull up ADA USD. I think it's still at like 144. The last I checked. Yeah, you can see it's at 143. And we put out a video on ADA earlier today. Again, ADA is doing the same damn thing it's always done. And during this bull market, it looks it looks relatively healthy to me. We're just having these, these moves up, and then we consolidate, and then we move up, and we consolidate, and we just sort of do the same thing over and over. And now we've just been on a very long consolidation period. And at this point, I really am waiting for that decisive breakout, because I feel like whenever it comes, we'll move to $2 fairly quickly. We just haven't gotten it yet. We've moved above we've moved above 138, which is our highest daily close. We are putting in daily candles up here, which I think is relatively bullish for ADA. And I'm sort of just biding. I think it's sort of biding its time, and I'm hoping to see it, move back up relatively soon and maybe make a run at $2. And again, we know that a $2 ADA is theoretically possible, just looking at its valuation against Ether and Bitcoin. So it's not like it's that absurd. I mean, if you were talking about a $20,000 Bitcoin or a $1,000 Ether, then yeah, a $2 ADA probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. But when you're talking about a $2,500 Ether and a $62,000 Bitcoin, I think a $2 ADA is certainly in the cards. Yeah, we'll take a look at Binance Coin. BNB USD. Well, like many coins, it likes to sort of ride that bull market support band. It's a long fall from here to get there. So hopefully, if you're knee deep in BNB, hopefully it doesn't fall, because it'd be quite the drop. Yeah, so BNB's at 532. This is one of those ones that, I think it recently went to $600. Now it's kind of pulled back some. And this is one of the dangerous things about chasing pumps, is that, like, if you chase the Binance pump, and let's say you sold one of your other altcoins for the Binance pump, and then right when you sold your altcoin, the Binance pump stops, and then your altcoin took off. That's the dangerous part about chasing pumps, and that's why I say, just grab your positions, get your positions, and then wait for the pump to come to you, rather than chasing it. It's not financial advice. This is just, in my experience, it works out a lot better than chasing pump after pump after pump. By the way, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up if you like the content. All right, so you guys, I've seen a lot of Nano. I saw that it had gone up 2x. Nano. I actually used to make videos on Nano back in the day. Back in these days. I haven't made any in a while though. So we're currently so Nano's currently at $10, but it looks like I had a wick. Yeah, I saw it go to 12. This is one of those ones that it pumped like crazy in 2017, and this chart doesn't even show how high it went. I distinctly remember it going to $38. So I'm gonna, what chart has it going to $38? Maybe KuCoin has it going to 38. Nope. I can't be the only one that remembered it going to 38, unless I'm just making it up. Maybe no, not on Kraken. Oh, I know why. Because it was what's it called? It was XR Ryblocks, wasn't it? Like, yeah, it was Ryblocks back then or something. Okay, that's why. I don't even remember. It went to $38 back in 2017, 2018. So I remember that, but it's still a waste. Yeah, I mean it's currently at 1031 on Binance. I'm gonna look at the daily candles here. Yeah, this because I saw it going up like 100% today, so it's up 68% now. Yeah, I mean this is one of those. It's in case you're not familiar. It's, let's see, Ether USD. So we're at 24.96. I really hope you guys left the garage door open, because a lot of times you guys forget, and then we end up having to go through the front door. In case you guys don't know what Nano is, it's a feeless instant crypto. In my opinion, its main competition is stable coins. So, but that's what it is. So feeless and basically instant. All right. I really hope you guys left the garage door unlocked, because if you guys didn't, you guys know what that means. What other coins should we look at? I keep checking in on Doge, because I'm like, is this the dead cat bounce? You know, I'm like, is this? I don't know. I mean, I don't claim to know where the top is here, but I'm looking at it and I'm just saying, hey, I don't own any. I don't own any Doge, so I don't really care what happens. I'm just looking at it and saying, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if it can make that move. Yeah, we'll take a look at DOT. So DOT is one of those ones where, again, I said $3 to $6 last year, the best time to accumulate. We'll look back on it and wish we bought more. Here we are. We're still sort of doing the same thing, like just riding right above the 20-day SMA, the 21-day EMA. I'll tell you this. My guess, I mean, if the market conditions stay like this too much longer, my guess is we get a nice bounce off of this. Okay, we've been consolidating on this in this range for a long time, and by a long time I mean about 2 months, which in these market conditions is a relatively long period of time. So my guess, again, I'm not offering financial advice, I don't know what's going to happen in the short term, and I really hope you guys left the garage door open here, but my guess is that DOT bounces in the not so distant future, assuming Bitcoin holds the line. Bitcoin doesn't have to do anything crazy, just assuming it holds the line, plus or minus $1,000 or $2,000. But I think DOT, I think there's a decent chance that we see DOT break out. And then two, if you look at the DOT Bitcoin valuation, you can see that it sort of did this thing where it had this local top and we came back down. Let me get it on the weekly here. So yeah, we had these local tops, we came back down, back up, we broke through it, we came back down, tested the same area sort of as support, and now we've started slowly moving up. But really DOT hasn't had a decisive breakout yet. It had a decent move a couple weeks ago, because it did put in a new all-time high. You can see here, so it went up to around $47, but since then it hasn't really done much except go back down to the 20-day SMA, or sorry, this is the 21-day EMA. So it's basically just been riding that 21-day EMA for the last 10 days or so. So since April 7th, it's basically just been riding that 21-day EMA, which is right now is at $40.52. So I'm generally looking for another breakout off this line, and we'll see how high we can go, because you can look at the Bitcoin dominance and you can see it's falling relatively quickly. What in the world just happened? Why is there a wick on Ethereum that goes all the way down? What happened here? There's a wick on Ethereum on Kraken that goes down to 63.40. What was this? Did anyone see that? Did anyone? What is that? I mean, did it happen on Bitcoin too? I mean, I just... No? I mean... What is that? It's pretty ridiculous. You know, it's funny because I like to leave, you know, I like to leave the Ether USD Kraken chart up because I mean, I know I actually had a buy order filled on this wick at, well, it wasn't as nice. I mean, it was at 1200, I think. I think I had one low. I think I had a couple actually. I think I had one lower as well. But it's something in this region. But yeah, this is a ridiculous wick. Sometimes it pays to have buy orders in at fairly low prices. But yeah, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, well, what did I miss? You know, what did I miss here with this wick all the way down there? I mean, I feel like that's some good evidence that you have a solid foundation on the house. By the way, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. Remember a couple plugs here. Remember, I don't do AdSense. We don't have any paid promotions. If you want to help support the channel and you want to stake your ADA, you can stake it with the ITC stake pool. So you can go earn interest on your ADA there if you want. We also recently launched merchandise, so we'll have some more shirts coming out soon that actually have like you know, some slogans and stuff on them. I have some cool ideas for that. But if you guys want to check it out, you can go to store.intothecryptoverse.com, and I'll post that. I'll post that in the chat, and I think you can also find a link to it in the description below as well. And we also have the premium list as well. So the premium list, you'll get exclusive content, weekly reports and videos, the Telegram alerts channel, Telegram chat room, a risk dashboard, live streams, and into the app and more. So make sure you guys check that out. Also, we're going to be doing on the premium list, we're going to be doing the first Into the Cryptoverse NFT soon. So I'll be doing a snapshot. So if you want to if you want to get signed up and receive that, then make sure you sign up. I don't know exactly when I'm going to do the snapshot, but it's going to be within the next few weeks, I think. So anyways, what else do you guys want to talk about? Ethereum, yeah, Ethereum has not, this is ridiculous seeing this wick on here. Anyways, we're at 2481. Doge USD is at 31 cents still. DOT's at $43. The dominance is at 52.59. Litecoin, yeah, Litecoin's doing relatively okay at 322. Still well below its prior all-time high by about like $65 or so. Yeah, we can look at Avalanche. I think it's at 36. Yeah, it's at 36. So Avalanche is another one of those ones that has been consolidating for a while, and it hasn't. I mean, it had a crazy move to $60 back in February. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember that. But since then, it's more or less been doing, like, you know, similar to DOT. I mean, it's just been in consolidation mode for a while, and so, you know, we're hoping that a lot of these that have been sort of back in these reaccumulation zones, you know, break out sometime soon. So Avalanche, I also think is one to keep an eye on. Yeah, we can link at XRP. Yeah, and then XRP is another one like Litecoin that I think will make it to the prior all-time high for sure at some point this cycle. Which, when, I mean, it needs to go up to about 350 or so. So from the current valuation, you know, it still has another 117% to go or so to get there, to get to the prior all-time high. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but I do think it'll make it there. And you know, if you look at the if you look at the XRP Bitcoin valuation, right? I mean, it just seems like, I don't know. I mean, it seems like the more likely direction is up, as long as Bitcoin just doesn't do anything crazy. Can I add a correlation matrix of top coins to the premium list? Probably. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Can I get to 310,000 subscribers? We're currently at 309. So if 641 people hit the subscribe button, we'll be at 310. And I doubt all 3,000 people are subscribed. Yeah, we'll take a look at Aave. That's actually one that I might follow more whenever the market calms down. You know, I like picking my positions up when the market's relatively calm. Aave is at 455. So I mean, it looks like it had a pretty major wick back in early February, like a lot of other coins did, all the way up to a modest 580, around 580. So it looks like it's trying to work its way back up. From here, that would be another 28%. So Aave would need to go up another 28% to get back to the prior all-time high that it had a couple months ago. A lot of people are asking me on a chair update. Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm moving in 2 months. So we are definitely moving in 2 months. So the minute I move, I'm getting rid of this chair that you guys hear squeaking all the time, and I'll get a new one. But we are moving in 2 months. Connor says what exactly makes it a modest 580? Are you saying Aave is not modest? Alright, Ethereum is still struggling to get back above 2,500 right now. No, I think we're going to get rid of the bookcases too. So those 3 bookcases that you see in the background that are basically falling apart, we're probably getting rid of those. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. He says just oil the chair. Yeah, I mean, I could oil it. The problem is my wife's cat absolutely destroyed this chair because he liked to sit in it. No, we're not doing super chat. We ain't got time for that. Okay, we'll take a look. We'll take a look at XLM. 62 cents. I believe it went higher. Yeah, it went higher than that in 2018 because I remember it going to $1 back in 2018. So again, you see some of these coins slow. I mean, they're trying to get there, right? They're trying to get there. I mean, all the major coins that I follow that we said in the bear market were the main coins to get, they've made it to their prior all-time highs a long time ago. Okay, so I mean, some are sort of bringing up the rear here. XLM's not necessarily. I mean, it's not as far off, but it is. That's still another 72% to get to the prior all-time high, compared to a lot of coins which have already. I mean, Link passed it in 2019. Cardano has already passed it, of course. Ethereum's passed it. Polkadot wasn't around back then. Bitcoin passed it a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, XLM is trying to get there. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys like XTZ, but I mean, it hasn't, compared to a lot of other coins, I mean, it hasn't really done that much of, I mean, look at it. I mean, you know, I look at this chart, I look at a Tezos chart, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it can't go up. I mean, you just look at it, you look at it against USD, it's like, all right, well, yeah, I mean, in 2019, it was $1. Now it's $7. But let's be fair. What is its valuation against Ethereum? Because remember, we're better than that than just comparing against USD. If it can't outperform Ethereum, then what are you doing? I mean, look at this. And the last time I pulled it up, it was down 81%. It's still down 79%, and that was back in December. So, yeah, I mean, maybe it comes back up. But look at this. I mean, an 80% drop from, you know, April of 2020 to today. So over the last year, it's dropped 80% against Ethereum. And now, I mean, I know, and naturally, whenever I say stuff like that, the general response is, oh, so there's only one room, you know, one way it can go. That's not the point. I mean, the point is to say, yeah, I mean, maybe it's doing okay against USD. It hasn't really been doing that great against even Ethereum. And if it's not outperforming Bitcoin, then, I mean, come on. Look at this. This is 68% down since August of 2020. I'm not saying it's a bad coin. I'm just saying, you know, I feel like I'm glad I had my money elsewhere. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad I had my money elsewhere. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've had a ton of people ask me about this one, Algo, so we'll pull it up. So we're currently at $1.60. It looks like it made a run from 25 cents back in November to 185 in February. Yeah, I mean, so it's trying to get back to its prior all-time high as well, which needs to go up another 17% or so. But I mean, it's slowly moving up. It hasn't done anything crazy, but let's throw on. Yeah, so it's sort of riding that 21-day EMA, like a lot of the coins are. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, click the bell icon to turn on your notifications. Yeah, Monero. I actually own some Monero. I'll have you guys know. We actually done some videos on it. Monero is one of those ones that, you know, I think a lot of people actually overlook it. You know, I really do. And in terms of privacy, I mean, you're talking about the OG, right, of privacy here. Let's go out to the weekly time frame. For those who lived through the last bull market, not this one, but the one before, Monero was one of the best ones. And I mean, I think that a lot of people sort of gloss over it, but I mean, it essentially put in a modest 213,000% from February of 2015 to December of 2017. So, you know, in a little less than 3 years, it went up around 213,000%. From the bottom of the, if you go to the bottom of the wick, don't even get me started, 287,000%. So yeah, I mean, it looks like it's generally moving up, right? I mean, it's generally moving up. I have some Monero. I like Monero. I mean, I don't have a lot of it. I mean, I have more of other coins, but you know, you look at it and you're like, oh, I mean, it's still doing its thing. And in terms of getting to the prior all-time high, we still have a little bit of room to grow. From the current valuation, we're talking another 49% for Monero to get to the prior all-time high. What else do you guys want to see? Yeah, but a lot of these we already covered. I'll pull up Neo. I don't even know if I've spoken about Neo before, but it's not one. I guess people are excited because it's had a pretty good day here. So 46% on the day. Again, remember that I think the best way to navigate this phase of the market is to get your positions and then wait, not to chase the pump, right? Have your positions and then wait for it to start going up. Because if you chase, you're putting yourself in a position of weakness. If you have a coin and then it starts to pump, you're in a position of strength, because then if you choose to take profits later on, you know, it gives you a lot more power than you know, someone that is sort of waiting for something to pump and then they buy after it's already up like 100% or something, and that's where it gets dangerous for these people. Yeah, I want to look at Uni, because I don't think I saw anyone mention it, but I'm pretty bullish on this one too. I mean, the Uniswap governance token, on the week it's up 25%. So this is definitely one that I as I said, I think it's a top 20 coin. I think it's a top 20 coin, and right now it's dropped back down to number 11. I would argue that it might belong in the top 10. I mean, when it first launched, I said, hey, top 20 coin for sure. It slowly navigated its way to the top 20. Then it moved into the top 10. Right now it's number 11. If you don't include stable coins, it's number 10. But this is one that I feel like I could get used to seeing it in the top 10. So this is one I'm relatively bullish on, generally speaking. So keep your eyes on this one, and Chainlink. So Chainlink and Uniswap, I'm looking for those to maybe move up. I mean, personally, I think Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash will ultimately move down, but in the short term they could move up, just because that's where the momentum is, right? I mean, 65% on Bitcoin Cash, 40% on Litecoin on the week. So yeah, I mean, in the short term they can move up, but even, I mean, Litecoin would have to do a 2x basically to pass Polkadot. So Litecoin would have to go to 600, like you know, maybe around $600 or so to pass Polkadot. XRP, so XRP is at 73 billion market cap. Binance Coin's at 79 billion. Ethereum is at 283 billion. I think the chat's a little excited tonight, I think. Yeah, we can look at Kusama. So this is the basically it's the test chain for Polkadot. What am I looking at? I'm actually typing in the whole thing. What was I wanted to look at the actual the dot valuation of it. So well, this one, okay, this only goes back a few days. Okay, so we're gonna, so it looks like it went to 580 and it's come back down. I mean, it's sort of consolidating for a while. The problem is, you know, once you get too far out, this is going to be, at some point you look at these and you're like, all right, well, it's not going to sustain this forever, but it's definitely a fun ride while it does. But I want to divide this by .usd. So this is Kusama divided by dot. So basically, so it's KSM. It's KSM divided by dot. And so if this is going up, it means KSM is going up with respect to Polkadot. Okay, with respect to Polkadot. So you know we're currently right here. The lowest it's been is all the way down here, which would represent a 49% loss in terms of the valuation of KSM against DOT. The highest it's been would be going up 55% against DOT. Tell us about my coding experience. Why? I mean, I mainly, my favorite, you know, probably my favorite one to use is just Python, but I also know C++. Back in the day, I actually had to use Fortran 95 for a while. And then I worked at NASA for a little bit, and I thought I was going to be using Fortran 95, but they actually didn't even have it. They were using Fortran 77. And then there's some other ones as well that I sometimes dabble in, but Python's probably the one I use the most. Yeah, I use MATLAB. I use MATLAB as well, but I don't think it's necessarily, I mean, it's sort of different than normal. Is Ethereum doing anything? It's still at 2480. Man, I made this house too long. I drew this house on a longer time frame than the 1 minute time frame. No wonder it's taken us forever to move past this house. We'll have to write that off as a rookie mistake. Yeah, we can take a look at Atom. I think Atom is a decent hedge, right? I mean, it's a similar thing like ADA and Polkadot. So Atom's another one. Cosmos, so the daily chart. I mean, all the charts look the same, basically. All of them look the same. Everything's just going up. Everything's just been going up for the last year or so. Ether Bitcoin actually was able to hit 0.04 again earlier, but it was lower than $2,500. So obviously that's showing Ethereum has strength against Bitcoin, because the last time Ethereum made it to 0.04, it was over 2,500. Then it made it to 0.04 under 2,500, which means Bitcoin was bleeding more. All Are we in mania phase yet? This is definitely mania, my friend. You can't look at coin market cap and say that, 500% on Doge in a week. Yeah, I mean, we're certainly in some manic times for sure. Make sure you guys check out. We also have a Telegram channel. I will not message you first, so if you join Telegram and someone messages you pretending to be me, you have to remember that it is not me. I will not message you first. There's also a lot of people impersonating me on Twitter, but if you guys want to join the Telegram chat room, I'm posting it in the chat. I'm also going to link you guys to another chat room specifically for micro caps. So instead of Into the Cryptoverse, it's called Into the Cryptocosm. So I'm going to put that one in the chat as well. So if you guys are looking to talk about your micro cap, you want to pump your bags, you can go do it in there. Don't do it in the main chat room. So Into the Cryptocosm. It's actually a pretty decent size. It's almost like 8,000 people. After I post this link, it probably will be 8,000 people because we just need 27 people to join and we'll be at 8,000 people. Yeah, so I see you guys are joining. So yeah, we're pretty quickly, in fact. Let's see if we get those 27 people. Oh, we need 10 more. Are we there? All right, we now have 8,000 people in that chat room. $8,000 reached. All right. All right. What else do you guys want to talk about? I mean, we're, Ethereum's still sitting shy at 2,500, so it hasn't really taken off again yet. Dogecoin's coming down. This is what I said. I mean, I'm not sure. Again, I don't know. I don't really claim to know this, but I'm just looking at it and I'm like, all right, maybe this is a blow off top. This is maybe dead cat bounce. Is it coming back down? It seems like. Again, I don't want to say definitively because I don't own any Dogecoin, so I don't really care what it does. I'm just looking at it and wanting people to be careful if they're FOMOing into it. I mean, that doesn't mean we won't wake up tomorrow and it's a lot higher, but I just want people to be careful on it because it has gone up a lot relatively quickly. All right. Oh, it's below 30 cents. Just want people to be careful, right? It reminds me, I mean, obviously it reminds me of that, what's that, the textbook bubble, right? That one? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't claim to know. I'm just saying, I see a lot of people throwing their hard-earned Ethereum or all their hard-earned Bitcoin into Dogecoin at the top. And I just don't want everyone to, to watch everything disappear. So if you're in Dogecoin, just recognize that there are a lot of risks involved. Okay, there are a lot of risks involved, and it's not necessarily always fun. You know, fun. But if you are in Dogecoin, then I wish you luck. I wish you luck. I hope it does whatever you want it to do. But anyways, we'll see what happens if it can actually recover, or if that is the local top. How do you join the stake pool? Well, if you're talking about ADA, just go to ITC. Go to the ITC stake pool. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We'll see what we're at. We're still at 309. And remember too, if you want, we do have merchandise now. We'll throw up some new ones as well. So store.intothecryptoverse.com if you guys are looking to get an Into the Cryptoverse t-shirt or mug. And then we also have the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com, where I'll talk about what I'm doing in the market, how I'm navigating these markets, weekly reports and videos, and the first Into the Cryptoverse NFT coming relatively soon for the people on the premium list. So make sure you guys check it out. All right, what other questions? Yeah, 28 cents. Are we coming down? I mean, it's whatever it does at this point, it's still ridiculous. It's still absolutely ridiculous. Tell us more about the premium. Yeah, so the premium list is just weekly reports and videos, Telegram alerts, premium live streams, premium videos, the Telegram chat room, the risk dashboard, the Into the Cryptoverse app. You get a discount on the merchandise too. First Into the Cryptoverse NFTs coming with it. And a few other things. You can always check it out for a month and cancel if it's not your thing. Yeah. I just kind of want to see if this plays out, right? I just want to see if it plays out. For the NFT, yeah. For the NFT, yeah. I'll just collect the, yeah. I'll email people about it when it's time. What is the Ether Bitcoin all-time high? It was around 0.15, so it was around 0.15 all the way back over here. This one doesn't actually go all the way back, so we'll have to look at it on a different chart, one that actually does go back. So 0.15 here. This was the summer of 2017, and then in 2018, it didn't make it quite back to that prior mark. All right. Well, what do you guys want to talk about anything else, or you think we should wrap it up here? I'm not really sure what happened to my Ether US. Did I close it down? Yeah, the problem is I drew the house on like the 15-minute time frame, so it ends up being a really big house when you look at it on a 1-minute time frame. This is a 5-minute time frame, and we've barely moved. We barely. So obviously, if I had just drawn it on a 1-minute time frame, we probably would have already broken through at this point. So it's because I drew it on a 5-minute time frame that it's been taking a while. Actually, I think I drew it on the 15-minute time frame. Am I in any micro caps? I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect. I don't shill micro caps on the channel because, you know, I feel like the people that shill micro caps are usually just buying them before they shill them, and then they're dumping them on you once they do. So we want to avoid that here. So we generally stick to coins that have a market cap of at least 1 billion. All right, guys. ADA's at 145, so it's moving a little. I mean, a little, right, relatively speaking. It's up almost 3% on the day so far. All right, guys, why don't we wrap it up there? Thank you guys for tuning in. We just went over an hour, so I feel like it's long enough. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you guys like the content. Check out the premium list if you guys want access to the exclusive content into thecryptoverse.com. And we also have the store.intothecryptoverse.com as well if you want to get a t-shirt or something. But thank you guys for tuning in. I will talk to you guys next time. Make sure you guys subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, etc.